Hi, good morning. Steve Sosnick here with today's Interactive Brokers Morning Market Morsel. Today, Friday, we're seeing some recovery across the major indices. Procter & Gamble had good earnings, and I think the market's trying its best to put the sell-off that we saw yesterday behind it. It's not clear that that's been fully achieved. We've certainly gotten back a lot of what we lost, but it's still only, let's say, between a third and a half of yesterday's decline. The psychology to me may be changing, and I think we have to start wondering, instead of buy the dips, perhaps the flip side, sell the rips, is what you should be thinking about doing in this situation. Until we start to see a situation where there's some real consolidation and the market really starts to move itself higher, I think the knee-jerk reaction of buying dips may be working against you. There's a heavy margin debt out there, and there are alternatives for the first time in a long time, and you're not having this Fed riding to the rescue to bail you out all the time. The money flow from the world central banks, um, depending on where you're sitting, is either slowing or working against you. So these are all considerations. So I think if you start to see uh, this sort of activity where the market dips, rallies a bit, but never really recovers, that's when you want to start changing your strategy somewhat to take advantage of that. Um, by next week, this whole idea could be moot. We may see some solid earnings that really get the market on solid footing, and we start to put in a bottom and move higher. The levels to watch remain the 200-day moving averages on basically S&P, Nasdaq, and all your major indices. Really have been riding the 200-day moving average line. The 100-day moving average line has proved to be some level of resistance. If you see a break out of that trend, if it's lower, you may want to be very cautious. If it's higher, perhaps the rally resumes. But these are the things you need to be thinking about as you're coming up with your trading strategies for the next few days. Bye.